down in the dark. All because I taught some dude a lesson in the yard. I never was a violent man till they locked me. That's how we survived this rusty cage of fear. Oh, I seen them come, I seen them go. Better learn what you need to know. Come in college bound, my friend. Leave with background checks and shattered hopes. I still remember when the judge looked straight at me. 5 years for selling nickel bags out on the street. My lawyer said, don't fret, it's just mid-security. What I seen would put to shame what you seen on TV. Oh, I seen them come, I seen them go. Better learn what you need to know. Come in college bound, my friend. Leave with 4 tattoos and a busted nose. Last time I seen my girl, she told me that she'd wait. That was on October 17th, 2008. And I can't remember if I liked the taste of beer. They stopped sending updates on my baby girl last year. Oh, I seen them come, I seen them go. Better learn what you need to know. Come in college bound, my friend. Leave with a broken heart and a broken home. Leave with a broken heart and a broken home. Leave with a broken heart and a broken home. Someone else want to turn, or?
I'll play 2 and then we'll get Melissa up here.
Thank you very much.
Well, yeah.
I turned your screw on your cable a couple times.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I got a find my kazoo here. I'm kind of addicted to kazoos, so.
There's help.
Huh? There is help. Well, I'm actually moved on to the bigger kazoos now, so there isn't really much to do.
Pipe tubing kazoo.
Anyway, I had this idea come to me from a potter named Bill Gosman, who worked at a festival up in Mora, Minnesota, and he said that the Monopoly game has been won. So it's time to clear the board and start a brand new game. And I went, and I didn't write the song till 3 months later. Couldn't sleep one night, so I got the Monopoly board game out. So. Oh, sorry.
You've had one too many kazoos.
I gotta redesign them. We had a house next to Community Chest, a purple yard, it was our little love nest. Mediterranean neighbors and an income tax view just past gold on Baltic Avenue. Lost my job when they shut down the short line road. No brakeman's income to declare anymore. Go directly to jail, the chance card read. By the way, your mortgage is due on Baltic Avenue. Did you learn the chorus yet?
I think I get it.
They took the whole American pie, left not a crumb for the rest to survive. Our race has been run, our neighbors got the same. Time to clear the board and start a brand new game. Them boardwalk bullies and their Park Place pawns put up a hotel in what was my lawn. Got Marvin Gardens and the waterworks too. Now we're all screwed on Baltic Avenue. Sleeping in free parking in a broken down car, or bleeding in the Reading Railroad yard. A distant vision of an American dream that we all once knew on Baltic Avenue. Sing along! They took the whole American pie, left not a crumb for the rest to survive. Our race has been run, our neighbors got the same. Time to clear the board and start a brand new game. I'll talk about Matt Harlan, my friend from Texas, Matt Harlan, he's just emailed me. He's coming in July, and
I'd like to find a place for him to play. I met him at Memphis too, about, I don't think a year after I met you. But we played Casey Weber's deck, and then we went to my house for 2 days and wrote a prostitute song. And we were trying to rewrite some of our favorite prostitute songs, you know. Which, and if you know anything about like Tecumseh Valley or Louise or any of those songs, they all die at the end. Well, we didn't. The only song that I know of that the prostitute didn't die at the end would be Lenore, which is a Drew Peterson song, which is a great song, but Drew didn't get the memo. And then what he has to say for himself was that my mom told me never to kill my prostitutes. Which I thought was kind of funny, but anyway, this is a Matt Harlan and me wrote this.
No one remembers Mary Beth Brown, a pale farmer's daughter, blonde hair hanging down. A beautiful flower dressed up like a weed. She blew down like the wind would carry a seed. She had a family that loved her beautiful home, till a wreck on the highway left her all alone. The bank took it all except that old Ford. Was it fate, just bad luck, or the will of the Lord? She drove to the city to make a new start, with a family Bible in a hole in her heart. And she cried, cried, cried when he died. Daffodil, they gave the name to the fair-haired girl who got caught in the game. Well, our little seed had blown west on the wind to a crack in the sidewalk on East Hennepin. She painted her eyes as black as the night, threw into the flower of each man's delight. There in the Lowry Hill pawn shop and Ace liquor store, she plied her trade by the billiard hall door. How quickly she took to that blanket of sin, and forgot all about the shy farm girl within. Amidst the sounds and the smell of the night, beneath the broken sign's flickering light, it read, girls, 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 beautiful girls. Daffodil, fair sidewalk flower, to the older men who rent rooms by the hour. Daffodil, yellow hair poor, said goodbye to the cruel world as she walked through the door. An empty bottle of pills on the floor by the bed, in the family Bible that laid by her head, a note that was written in her final hour, and between the pages a pressed yellow flower. daffodil in a red summer dress, and the wind stood still a little later to rest. Daffodil planted on Potter's Hill, and the wind stood still.
Well, I'm supposed to, this is really good because I'm supposed to introduce Melissa. And what can I say? What can I say? She lives in her van, but she calls Nashville her home right now. And
I don't call it home.
no, you actually call Texas home, right?
Yeah.
Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the spiritual home of a lot of my friends, the songwriters. And we met in Tennessee though, and it was like, and I was smitten by beauty of the music that she made. And we kept in touch, and then this is like the third time you've been a guest at my house.
Is that it?
Yeah, I
It seems
think,
like way
yeah.
longer than that. that I've been
Well, you
coming
come
up here.
through, and then we do a show, and then you're off to somewhere else. But she's become a family friend, and I'm honored to present her to you tonight.
Mhm.
So please welcome Melissa Greener.
I'm just gonna take a moment to tune after that beautiful
I'm
introduction.
I'm supposed to say thanks to the Granite City Folk Society for
Oh yeah, thanks,
co-sponsoring
Granite
this,
City.
and what we're trying to do, well, is get house concerts at a regular part of the thing that we do, and so far it's been hit and miss, but people aren't getting used to the idea of actually bringing songwriters into the home, and this is something that is happening all over the world, really. I mean, I'm going to England to do just that, but I think spread the word if you get a chance, because it is a really cool place. Isn't this cool to see somebody in a
Yeah.
line?
Well, it kind of felt that way here.
It's the craziest
Shop, but
fucking guitar I've
how
ever
many
seen.
people can you
Or
really
my
get?
No, you're high.
That's the problem.
No, that's a fans fret.
Right.
They're actually more in tune than those guitars.
Wow, that's wicked.
But
I've never seen one before.
truthfully, I mean, could you make it across the country and do what you do without house concerts?
No, I mean I did at one time, and I don't know how I did it.
I mean, every songwriter it kind of depends on.
Yeah, it's really well, I mean, it's not only my favorite way to present music to people, to play music in a room for people, but it's really kind of the only way left that troubadour songwriters can eke out a living and existence doing what we do. Because as Charlie knows, the bars are not the most conducive environment for listening. And bars and clubs and cafes are closing all across the country and globally, I think, too. So these venues are becoming ever more important for people like me and all kinds of other friends that Charlie brings up. Jonathan Bird is one of our favorites.
We're actually looking for a place for Bird to play on Easter Sunday,
Gosh,
and I think
yeah.
we're going to do it at the local blend. But
Yeah, y'all, he's just,
by far one of my favorites.
yeah. You
In
should.
fact, I recorded one of his prostitute songs too. But yeah,
What time on Easter Sunday?
we're thinking maybe 7-ish, because after church stuff, and you get sick of your relatives and then there's something to do.
Yeah, find Jonathan Bird a place to play. You will not be sorry about that. Right, Bruce?
Yes. Well,
that Saturday he's playing for me, so he'll be coming up from Wyndham to St. Cloud here, so.
And do yourself a favor, go to both shows. Go down to Windows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got him playing in an old Mennonite church. Switching her there, so.
Oh, yeah.
Melissa was the first one.
The Unity Church, yeah, would be a Easter Sunday though.
Yeah, that night I could do it. I could read it.
Really?
I'm sure I could.
Maybe I'll have to follow him up.
It's
I
smaller
did it.
to them, so that's
I followed Melissa around.
What am I gonna do without you tomorrow?
I don't know.
Thank you guys for coming to this house, this beautiful house. Thank you, Kathy, for having it. Thanks, Charlie, for scrounging me up a gig. Flowers bloom outside. Ooh, the perfume keeps my mind astray. I thought too soon to go today, and so I stay till May or June. Out in the country driveway, caught the East Side Star, a wandering show. They hide way low and far to go from where they were to where they are, and all in time. This season, this reason will provide a shaded papers pile in the hallway, wall on shelves that call them where to stay, and there they lay too soon, so late, and I can't bathe or bake or talk, but all in time. These files for miles will recycle a forest of their own, and all in time. My weight in paper will take on a life that I have known. to be back in St. Cloud. Charlie mentioned that I live in my van, and that's only mostly true. And my van still has Texas plates, so I still claim Texas. Even though I have an apartment in Nashville, even though I have a sublet apartment in Nashville. So, somebody else living in my apartment right now. Very nice person, I'm sure. But I go around and most of my songs are about my story, my journey, the places I go and the people that I know. And so I'm going to do a song that I wrote after a trip to Washington, D.C. A few years back.
It has a daffodil in it.
It does have a daffodil.
That kind of like got me going on.
You told me that, yeah, that my daffodil inspired your daffodil.
Right. Only my daffodil was a prostitute.
Well, that's alright. Well, my story takes place in Washington, D.C., so it's not completely separate.
Which is full of
I was in Washington, D.C. Performing in a benefit for a coalition called Save Net Radio, a small effort to keep small-time internet radio broadcasters in business and to help me stay in business because, you know, we're not getting a whole lot of mainstream radio. Play here in our little folk music world. So I was going around with the CEO of Pandora Internet Radio. You guys listen to Pandora? And we were talking to Congress people to help to try to persuade them to change some legislation, which I believe has been changed. Anyhow, the song is more about this daffodil that I saw on Capitol Hill, and among all the foliage and all the blossoms on Capitol Hill that summer, there was one flower bed with just a single daffodil in it, and I took it as a metaphor, as a good folk singer ought to do, and I wrote a song about it. Ash and smoke, her only purpose to oblige intrinsic flow. I know. But up on the hill of our nation's capital, there's a single daffodil that knows not to repose. Even through the weather, there she grows. times, here's a love song that I wrote in San Francisco. I was in love with someone, as I am sometimes that happens. This was a few years back, and I was visiting a friend that I went to junior high school with, and she had moved out to San Francisco to do some kind of nonprofit arts work. God bless her. And so I went out there. I'd never been out there, and I went hiking around in the redwood forests in the Muir Woods. Has anybody been out there?
Mhm.
Has anybody seen a redwood tree up close in person? They're pretty amazing. Sorry, I have a shedding problem. I'm losing my winter coat. That is the redwood tree experience is my kind of religious experience. I've seen Notre Dame Basilica in Paris, France, and the redwood tree is just as potent for me. So there I was, hiking around and getting all inspired by these trees and longing for my new love who was across the country on the other coast. And I couldn't sleep one night. I went outside my friend's front door and onto the balcony of her apartment complex, and I looked up and I just saw a blanket of stars across the night sky, and I thought, oh, my love is on the other side of these stars looking up at the same big sky. Who hasn't had that thought at some point, being separated from someone they love? And so I immediately went back inside the apartment and wrote this song. It's called Same Big Sky. Am I in tune enough for you guys? Alright, I'll just ignore it then. Holy San Francisco stars, good midnight view above. You're all so very far away, farther than my love. Orion lights the redwoods, bite of claws into the earth. The spotlight moon casts shadows glooming across this country's girth. Same big sky, shifting through and changing hours of night. Same old heartache creeping in with the night. days fly.
What album is that up and out again? That's the first one, right?
That's on the first one, yeah.
First one. This is a pretty good review you got there, and I was down in Austin, Texas. So they reviewed 5 stars.
Oh, yeah, the Third Coast
Third
Music.
Coast, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just played his South by Southwest showcase. That was a fun few days, crazy.
Yeah, I heard on NPR there was a, it was right during the whole Japan disaster, and
Yeah.
there was a group of Japanese women that sing like Ike and Tina, sort of, only bizarre, and they like
Oh, man.
gave these women like super special showcase at some bar because of everything that was happening in Japan.
Wow, I
And
didn't hear about that.
and they did this weird, like, sort of Ike and Tina as Japanese women doing Louis Armstrong's It's a Wonderful World, like, as their entire nation was crumbling.
Wow.
It was really powerful
Oh,
and sort of
man.
scary.
Crazy. Wow. Oh, man. I didn't hear about that.
I listen to a lot of public radio.
That's awesome. I really should listen more. I don't have an antenna in my van, so I'm stuck with my iPad. And I have been downloading a lot of podcasts of Radio Lab and what's the one with Ira Glass? This American Life. Yeah. But Radio Lab is my favorite one lately. You guys should check that out if you get on to your iTunes store, whatever, radiolab.org. I get $1 every time I say it. I wish that was true. They do feature a lot of music though on that show, and they're always special little podcast little 10-minute podcasts of like featuring different musical acts. So. But I am going to be on TV this fall, big national network television show called Troubadour, Texas, featuring, it's like a documentary reality style show that's going to be starting in September. And they came and videoed me a little bit at a house concert in Dallas, and I went to their TV studio the next day to do some interview stuff, and yeah, I'm gonna be on TV.
Did they get you in their van and everything?
They did. Oh, they got the van. Yeah. Did they ever?
That van might not make it back to Texas.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Well, I better not say it. Knock on wood.
That's something else I want to do. Is I want to write a song to Volkswagen, like a folk Volk kind of song, and my pitch will be like, hey guys, I've been driving your friggin' van like forever. And, come on, you really
Oh,
ought
you
to-
like rolling the microbus type
Yeah,
thing?
so it's got
I've got a van again. It's an '88. It's not like the old school
Okay.
van, but it's old enough.
It's enough to get her stopped by the cops a lot. Search for drugs and stuff.
Still
You
doesn't.
know, I should play another song.
Oh, if she's driving a Volkswagen, she must be high.
I did get the Greg Climate pulled over for no reason deal for going too slow.
Oh, really?
Once, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you don't have any acceleration. in that thing, do you?
Yeah, I kind of cruise at 62, and that's about it.
Yeah, you can get to 62. That was like
I
tops
can,
for us.
yeah, I can go like 70,
Ooh,
but
downhill.
yeah. So this is gonna be one of my big TV songs, and I'm most proud of this one. I did 3 songs for them, and this is the one I'm happiest about because it was written by my good friend Jonathan Bird, and I just put it on a new record. My new album is called Dwelling, and it's a lot about home and thinking about home and feelings about home. And so when I was reminded of this song, which Jonathan had never recorded before, I immediately knew that it had to be on my record about home. And it's called It Gets Harder to Leave Texas Every Time. I moved away from Austin, I guess, gosh, almost 3 years ago now. I lived there for the majority of my adult life, and I started my musical life there. And that's really home in my heart. So there's a lot of Texas songs on this record. And this is one of them. As we rise into the clouds above San Antonio, I am blinded by the sun on the cotton and the straw. The lone star just gets lonelier the higher that we climb, and it gets harder to leave Texas every time. Do you remember when you told me how you love to fly? It's like looking down on heaven when the clouds are thick and high. But in Austin, down below, is where the bells of heaven chime, and it gets harder to leave Texas every time. The thunderheads shine like rhinestone in the sun, and you're there, I know, in the rain below, where the southern rivers run. And as we transfer in Dallas, I say my last goodbyes with a lonely margarita, the color of your eyes. Though I mix your salty kisses with tequila and a lime, it gets harder to leave Texas every time. Yeah, yeah, it gets harder to leave Texas every time.
So that's your song now. Jonathan
Apparently.
said. Yeah. Jonathan said he felt like listening to Bonnie Raitt singing, John Prine hearing Bonnie Raitt singing Angel from Montgomery.
Otis said the same thing about Aretha and R.E.S.P.E.C.T.
Oh, really?
He said, yeah, this used to be my song, but I don't even play it anymore.
Wow.
It's not mine anymore.
Well, here's one that I co-wrote with my friend Betty Sue, and this is another one that I think will be featured on that show. Although it's not about Texas, it's about my sweetheart screwing up again and being late again, and trying to come home and make it right. And I wrote it for from his perspective with my friend Betty Sue from Austin.
You guys are sitting there just.
That was over the anger part of it, 'cause yeah, I mean, otherwise I wouldn't have written it from his perspective. Everything's just a tiny bit slower tonight. I'm a little bit fatigued, but I'm trying not to show it. 40 miles outside Jackson. Too long since I've seen this place. If I can just get to Jackson, I won't do wrong when I see your face. 40 miles outside Jackson, wonder if I'll find you there. Never found my way in Jackson till you made it clear. Talk comes easy, let me show you more than broken promises. Want to be made for you. That's the kind of love this is. Screaming tires and a slamming back door was the way we said goodbye. If I could walk back through that back door, I'd lock that door with a cloth inside. Talk comes easy, let me show you more than broken promises. Want to be a good man for you. That's the kind of love this is. 4 more miles till I reach Jackson. Hope there's time to set it right. If there is, I won't leave Jackson. Believe me, baby, we're worth this drive. Talk comes easy, let me show you more than broken promises. Want to be a man for you. That's the kind of love this is. So I forgave him and everything's okay now.
Until next time.
Until the next time, exactly. You're a dude, you know. There's always a next
I've
time.
never been called one of those before, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. What should I play, Charlie? Anything?
Well, it's to buy.
Okay.
Do your hit.
Oh, okay. It's my big hit, huh?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
that's.
The big single.
Well, I passed this around the internet.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, just.
Oh, is that the one that
It's the one that
Yeah,
you sitting
on
in the,
Facebook?
on Facebook. You're sitting in that little shop there.
Yeah.
Is that Michael Greenfield's shop?
It sure is.
The guy that
Yeah.
makes these guitars.
Yeah, it is too.
Were you wearing like a sort of like a knit cap maybe?
Yeah, I was. I didn't. It's a Montreal, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to do a concert in his shop next month.
Well, the acoustics in there, I have to say, are pretty darn good.
Really good, yeah. It's full of wood. I mean, everything's like resonating.
And the guitars sounded just so good without just a single mic or whatever, right?
Just one mic in a room, yeah. Pretty cool. That's the way I want to
Well,
make my next
explain the guitar because
Yeah, I can't get over this thing.
he's thinking he's like high.
Well, he very well might be.
Yeah, well,
Be the first time.
But yeah, so both of these guitars are fan fret instruments, which means that the frets are not parallel, but they fan out. And so the nut is at an angle this way, and the bridge is at an angle this way. Making it so that every string is a different length. The higher the note, the shorter the string gets. And that happens, I don't really understand, it's a very scientific process, some kind of hard math equation to determine what length the thickness of string will resonate at, just best, or like, so that, I'm so sorry, I'm really bad.
well, you're compromising with a regular guitar.
Like the parallel fret instrument, all the strings are the same length, even though the strings are different thicknesses and should be pulled at different tensions. So this way, everything's supposed to resonate, vibrate at its optimal frequency, and to sound really.
Do you have to like relearn how to play it when you first picked it up? Is it
It takes
off
just
enough
a
where
second.
you have to
Yeah,
like?
this one is a little more. The fan is a little more drastic than this guy over here. This is a longer scale length, and the scale length between the bass and the treble strings is a little bit more drastic than on this one. This one's a little more subtle, but it took a minute. But your hand kind of goes that way anyway, like as you go up the neck. So it sort of makes sense physically too.
Geez, I just noticed how long your fingers are. You got really good guitar playing.
You know who has
hands.
the same size hands as me, and she's half my height? Carrie Elkin.
Really?
She's tiny, but she's got these long hands. Yeah.
She's a bad. Love her. Oh, yeah. Stop with the capos already.
Yeah.
I was like, there's people that got four of them.
Yeah.
I'm learning about small things, giving up the fight, bowing courtesy to what hurts me, bullets to bite. I move quickly, I'm rough and prickly, I never hold my tongue. I'm through with dwelling on farewelling all the hearts I've stung. I'm weakening, forsaking, flaming pieces left behind me. It's just growing pains, this regret and shame, but looking back, it just reminds me I got bullets to bite. I learned my lesson.
Was that like Gad or something too, or?
It was some kind of C tunings. I don't really know. How about, do you guys want to take a little break? Is this a good natural break time?
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll come back and do some more. Does that seem?
I like that.
I have CDs for sale and an email list.
Oh, and if you haven't dropped your money into the bucket for it's like $10 suggested donation. You could do more or less, but all the money goes to help Melissa down the road.
To fix my van.
Yeah.
It's been in the shop about 6 times in the past week and a half.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all.
Most generous and gracious host, Kathy English. Thank you, thank you.
Annie's here with her violin.
Oh, did she make
You better join? Okay, we better join you.
Oops, I better tune it up.
You want your sweater in there, Barb?
Stop watching Cat.
Which one is it? Mary's got?
Crawl in. What are you doing?
The old woman?
Old woman song.
Oh, I like yours.
See what the crowd demands.
Is she come? Annie's gonna accompany me on the violin.
Yay!
All this video by like
She's feeling better.
Huh?
Go by like 40
Well, once you start, it's like kazoos. You can't stop. Well, it puts it in a different tuning without retuning your guitar.
Not just the one closest down
Oh,
here.
let's see.
If that's
Looks
just
like
Parts
they're
are came close. For those of you that know me, I'm a little bit stuffed up today, so I've missed your first half. I live up. There's a couple of,
Feeling better though. Thank you.
yeah,
Okay.
I have to at work tonight. Oops, give me an A here. Oops. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Oh, shoot. Oh, you need
Okay,
it
boss.
higher?
No. This young girl
Should we do Charlie's?
Great, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Oh, that would
could
be
do.
good.
What's that, 3?
I think I might be able to sing a little bit. Be a little husky, but
Yeah. Might be just the ticket for that
yeah,
song.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know what it's like to share your soul. I was flying heaven bound with you, and now I'm cramped and cold, stuck inside and I almost died. When you said you were through with me, but you won't talk about love. You won't talk about love. You won't talk about love anymore. Well, I know that stinging ears can't tend to hear and crying eyes can't analyze the truth. But if there was one day we could rise above, recall the past that's part of me and you. But you won't talk about love. You won't talk about love. You won't talk about love anymore. And I know she's hurt you, this broken child I came from deep inside of me. And it tore me up to watch her hurt your pride when you picked up the pieces of your heart and left us here to slowly fall apart. Well, I don't know how I can show you that I can be the one you knew before. Talk till I'm blue. I tried to talk about me and you, but you won't even hear me anymore. But you won't talk about love. You won't talk about love. You won't talk about love anymore.
We'll give you Melissa back to you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for playing.
Oh, thanks for letting us.
Gosh, I feel terrible, but I really have to pee, so we'll sometimes play another song. I'm doing good.
Okay, I got a joke.
It's not a Wilbur joke, is it?
No, it's a joke I heard on St. Patty's Day. What kind of bees make milk?
Boobies.
Boobies, yeah.
They ain't gonna stump me. Get above the 5th grade level, I'm happy.
That's a pretty, pretty low end joke.
Well, Melissa Sunday played at a Mennonite church, and the Mennonites, they're real religious and they're considered, but they're very tight. And we had like 40 people there, and she had sold 2 CDs, and that was it, you know. And they had a drawing, and they gave away one of her CDs and free Subway sandwich and some ground coffee. And the first one got the first pick, and this little old lady, she won the first prize, and she's looking at the CD and she's looking at that Subway sandwich. Which do I pick? You know, and it was so funny. But now, and that's what Mennonites are like. But now, here's the joke. What's a Mennonite dilemma? Go ahead. What's a Mennonite dilemma? I was telling about the Mennonites.
Free beer.
Free beer. What do you do?
What to do?
I remember Pat Donahue had his parodies. He's such a good parody writer, you know, and he had this parody of going to Salt Lake City trying to find an open bar, and it was to the tune of like Norman. It was Mormons. Mormons. Pretty funny stuff. I always thought, I said to Pat, I said, why don't you release a CD of all your parodies? And he said, I don't want to be Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
They just,
But he's so good at it.
the guys who wrote South Park are in the process of opening a Broadway musical called The Book of Mormon, which is a sort of farcical route through the actual tenements of the Mormon faith, I think. I'm not positive. But I don't know, it just makes me wonder, like, how crazy are these guys?
Well, the South Park guys, they're crazy.
Any place they won't go.
Yeah.
Certified.
They're like taking this like entire religion's holiest text and like turning it into this silly.
There weren't a few that went back down from the Muslim thing.
Yeah, it was Comedy Central that.
They shut that down.
Well, they censored the image of Muhammad anyway. But the South Park guys weren't intimidated now.
You know how things shrink when they get cold?
Yes, totally. Getting cold all the time.
Okay. How's everybody doing? Hanging in there? It's Wednesday, right? Is it still Wednesday?
I'm tone deaf, that helps you.
It doesn't help me. It helps you. Okay. Alright, I wrote this after a visit to Paris, France. I was in Paris for 24 hours. It was a layover. But I had a chance to get out of the airport and find a metro and make my way down to Notre Dame Basilica and walk along the River Seine. And there's a man painting this beautiful landscape of the river with a big easel on a canvas and with a palette of paint. And I was inspired to write a little song with poetic license. It became a whole other story. And the first line of the song is in French. Does anybody speak French?
I am French.
Un petit peu. Okay. So the first line translates roughly, and correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I won't do that.
Latin Quarter, rooftop of the artist's studio. portions thereof. Seeing a sunset with umber and wine, the halo your hair, but it halted the time. Lovers will be gone in a day. Even in Paris, well, I haven't greeted a stranger this way in forever. And a day lovers come and lovers go, in and out the studio. Viscous liquids ebb and flow through body parts and parts of clothes. Pour out your heart, a great masterpiece, until mine bleeds vermilion all over the sheets. Oil and mineral, glass and bone, light and wide, canvas that's latticed with crosses pulled tight. Hung on the mantle, gold leaf brocade, perched on the pillow to view what we've made. And all this will be gone in a day. My portrait to follow. Oh, Paris, I'll return one day. After rivers and wines below the rooftop, I've come to know the distant train is moaning through the open window. I depart for the old depot over cobblestones through the city. Tourist, my skin dilates, paint rippling my wake a century. One day together, oh Paris, I swear it, I'll return one day. Rodriguez song. It's probably my favorite ever songwriter. Born in Houston, came up in Austin, currently living in the Netherlands. Father of Carrie Rodriguez, who I just did a show with in Denver a few months ago. This is an older song of his that I just recorded for my new record. It's called The Ballad of the Snow Leopard and the Tanqueray Cowboy. Comfort me, says she, with your conversation with the cocktails and the candlelight in your eyes. It's funny how we hunger for some inspiration and everything. The money just won't buy. Men have lied, many good girls have gone astray, just to hear the gypsy play another lilting cowboy tune. As the rivers run dry and the mountains blow away, they sing of lovers and how they lay beneath this crazy frontier moon. I ain't no golden boy, I ain't no Grecian dancer, and I ain't no loud-mouthed cowboy from the west. And I'm not the kind of man with all the answers, but I surely know the songs that suit me best. But lately there's been something on my mind, growing stronger all the time. I call it out when I'm alone. I'm a poet and I'm bound to walk the line between the real and the sublime, and give the muses back their own. It's a penny for your thoughts, $1 for your kisses. I keep a running tab on the time. 'Cause what I have the most of is what she misses. The clock is hers, the hourglass is mine. I'm her lover now, man bent on revenge, hanging out here on the fringe of my native borderlands, counting the days the sun shone golden across her head. We were lying on the bayou's edge, kicking up some Southeast Texas sand. Comfort me, says she, with your conversation with the cocktails, the candlelight in your eyes. It's funny how we hunger for some inspiration every day, but they just won't buy everything. Money just won't buy everything. Thanks, y'all. I don't want to keep anybody late, so I understand if you have to run on a school night. But I've got a few left in me yet.
One of those fun friends.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking the same thing.
I'm like hypnotized by it.
Yeah, it's pretty pretty darn good sounding guitar.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I like this one
Yeah,
too.
it is.
This is my sweetheart. I'm gonna have to let her go because I got some paint peeling in the back and my guitar builder buddy won't have it because
Yeah.
I represent him and
Yeah.
I have to show off his
Yeah.
wares. So I have to be away from it for like
Oh,
2 months.
do you have a name for him?
No.
Oh.
I kind of refer to that one as the Big Daddy. I guess this would make this the Little Mama.
Good name. Poquito.
Poquito Mamacito.
Poquito mamacito.
Oh, let's see here. What do we got? Oh, do you want to try that Fancy Free song with me? Okay, no pressure. I mean, if you want, you're welcome to. but-
Just sing harmony?
Sure, yeah.
See if I can. I'd like to say when in doubt, lay out.
When in doubt, lay out. This is a song that I wrote, the first song that I wrote really when I made a conscious decision that I was going to start a music career. I had been a ceramic artist for about 8 years prior. And it was great and all, but music has always been my first and biggest love. And I'd always written songs, I've always played guitar since I was a little kid, I've always sang. My mom was a trained soprano who also sang in the lounge at the Playboy Club in Detroit before my time. And anyhow, so I went to Nashville thinking it might be a good place for me to start my music career, and it turns out that was a real bad idea. But before too long, I was busking on the sidewalk in Nashville, and it was New Year's Eve, and I made 150 bucks that night. It was my big night. And so January 1st, woke up in the morning and I crawled into the front seat of my car and I drove to Austin, Texas. I started a music career and I wrote this song. It's called Fancy Free. The hell out of Tennessee. Faded blue jeans and a dirty white t-shirt. I'll drive if I have to the end of the earth. No time to kill. I got a hole to fill. This loneliness is fancy free from the holiness he gave to me. This heart does more, but my mind's at ease, and I cannot score that memory. Green station wagon with wood panel sides grew me up when I was a child, and I hated that thing, but it did me right. Now I got one of my own, driver's seat, my personal throne. All I do is drive and chew on life. This loneliness, this fancy free from the holiness he gave to me. This heart does more, but my mind's at ease, and I ocean at bay. Myself and I, we get along. No sense trying to defeat this endless driving plague. I agree to curse it around. I'd be worse without this loneliness is fancy from the holiness He gave to me. This heart does more, but my mind's at ease, and I cannot stop that memory. $4 on number 3, put the pedal to the metal, get the hell out of Tennessee. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. That was pretty good, Charlie, for never having tried to play that with me before.
I think I have played it for.
Oh, I was trying to, dude, I was covering for you. Come on, roll with me, work with me.
That's good. Love that one. That's off the first album too, right?
Yeah. I haven't pulled that one out in a while, have you?
Oh yeah, I listened, man, that dwelling stuck in my car there for quite a while. I was like the first person to have it in our town.
I think you were.
Yeah.
So this is the land of 10,000 lakes, is that true?
Oh, yeah.
And more.
I've been told. All of which
When
are
it
frozen.
rains.
When it rains, how many are there?
No, actually there's more than that now.
They say they're
That's
100. They say they're 100,000.
I know there's like
100,000 lakes?
there's like 39 Pleasant Lakes and like 112 Clearwater Lakes.
How many of these lakes is there like sailing on? How many of these lakes are there boats? How long?
Boats. If you
Well,
count a canoe.
okay.
If there's wind, you can sail on it, yeah.
I
Yeah,
guess so.
in the boundary waters, you're not allowed to
You could probably
have
sail in
anything
my
with a
yard
not
right
working.
now.
Sails, no motors.
Yeah,
No
I've been
sails?
in the boundary waters and
Lots of sails.
put up a tarp between two
Yeah.
paddles and we use that to sail.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've done quite a bit of sailing in my life. I learned how to sail on the Detroit River. I was born in Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, I should say it like a Texan. And I graduated promptly to the Mediterranean Sea. I lived in the Middle East for a little while. And then I went to college in Halifax, Nova Scotia, small art college up there, and actually sailed on a racing crew for a time, a couple of years. And then went to Texas and didn't really sail. I was too busy starting a music career.
My brother-in-law sails on Superior,
Oh yeah.
but that's a bit of a drive, you know.
It's one of my favorite places in the whole country. I once rode my bicycle across Canada from Vancouver all the way across to North Sydney, Nova Scotia, and I dipped down below Lake Superior and I went through the UP of Michigan. And that was one of the most gorgeous pieces of my all of my travels. I've trekked in Tibet and all kinds of other amazing places, but the upper peninsula of Michigan on Lake Superior is one of the most spectacular places I've seen. Never did sail in it though. Anyhow, this is my sailing song. I'm gonna switch again. Let's see. Oh, I need to keep that. I need to get another strap. Okay, how's everybody doing? You hanging in there?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody have enough to drink, to eat?
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy. I'm gonna play a song that I wrote for my therapist. My ex-therapist. Gosh, it just didn't work out. I played this song for her in our last session together. This is a true story. She was crazier than I was, and she began to reveal details of her personal life to me in my session, on my time, on my dime. And it got to the point where I just wanted to ask her, how do you feel about that? And anyway, it just became, I just had to cut it off. But I wrote her this song and I played it for her. And I think she really appreciated it, because when I was through playing the song for her in our session that day, she didn't have anything to say. I think it really stuck. I hope I didn't give her some kind of complex, but this one's called Crazy. Wednesday afternoon, about you, but I always feel better after I play that song.
Yeah, you gotta do something before we go, for sure.
I have a new therapist now, and I really like her a lot. She's really great. What?
I just, I don't know.
Just got caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
It was a deeply pitched sigh.
I was trying to gear up for this next song because it's low and then it's high and then it's so I'm just trying to visualize all the notes before I get. You know, it's part of the thing. You
Yeah.
know about that, right? Or you have your own version of it somehow. I'm sure.
I just closed my
It's
eyes.
subconscious.
Over the-
Yeah, it's inside the eyelids for you, maybe.
Yes.
For me, it's in the. That's where it is for me. This is in homage of my mother, the soprano / lounge singer. If I fell in love with you, would you promise to be true and help me understand? 'Cause I've been in love before, and I found that love is more than just holding hands. If I give my heart to you, I must be sure from the very start that you would love me more than her. If I trust in you, please don't run and hide. If I loved you too, oh please don't hurt my pride like 'cause I couldn't stand up, and I would be sad if our new love was in vain. So I hope you see that I would love to love you, and that she will cry when she learns we are two. If I fell in love with you. Thank you very much for coming tonight and for listening so very beautifully. And I hope you do it again sometime soon for one of these guys or somebody else you know, or somebody else you don't know. Take a chance, go hear some live music. Please sign the email list if you haven't done on your way out. And or come and hang out, because I'm real friendly and I'd love to chat some more if Kathy doesn't need to kick you out as soon as possible. Thank you, Kathy English, for inviting me into your home and having us all here tonight. Thank you. Everybody say a little prayer to the higher power of your choice for my van.
Does it have a name?
What's that?
Does it have a name?
Van.
Oh.
When I bought it from the guy, I asked if it had a name, and the guy said, Van Morrison, but we just call it Van. Yeah. So, just Van. What else? So, I'm playing in Alexandria tomorrow night at a house concert. And I'm playing Friday night, house concert in Brooklyn Park. It's a north suburb of Minneapolis.
Oh, yeah.
And, oh yeah, he says knowingly. I sold pot to a guy in Brooklyn Park once.
You know, what's with all the potty jokes?
Are you paranoid, dude? I'm sorry. I smoked pot before. Anyhow, the house concert thing is, obviously it's a private home, but you're cordially invited as my fan to come, and all the information is on my website, the email or phone number of the host of the show. Just get in touch with them, let them know you want to come, and they will happily give you directions to their house.
Is this a Tom Eisner deal?
Tom Eisner is helping me out tomorrow, and Alex. Yeah, it's at Donna Mangason's house.
Oh, yeah.
The same woman that we played at last
yeah,
time. It's at her
absolutely.
house inside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it's not going to be outside this time.
No.
Although there wouldn't be any bugs.
No, we had some good pictures from that show.
We did have some great
Yeah.
pictures. Yeah. Thank you, Charlie Roth, for being my friend and playing great songs and
I thought you were
helping
gonna
me
give
out with
yourself a
shows.
hand.
Treasure.
Thank you, Bruce Bolt, for being my roadie for the past 3 days. Bruce is a really great supporter and promoter of the music scene up here. He runs a venue down south in Wyndham, and helps promote other scragglers, travelers like myself. Anyhow, so I'm going to close out with a song about going home, and this one I wrote in an airplane when I was on my way back to see my family. I don't get home very much because, as you've heard, I live in my van most of the time. But when I do go home, it's because sometimes it's because I get a phone call from home saying, come home. And there's some reason why I'm going home. Anyhow, so this is about that. My new album is really awesome. You should totally buy it. It's produced by John Jennings, who's made lots of great records for Mary Chapin Carpenter and other wonderful artists, John Gorka and Janice Ian and the Indigo Girls, and he's worked with some crazy, awesome country stars. Anyhow, it sounds really good. I'm proud of it. And this song is on it. One more hour on the plane, engine humming with my seat back, baby. Coming home this time is strange. The generations go and come on the same page. I'm coming up one time for air. I hold my breath till I get back down there, and they'll be waiting at the gate. Baby's got a little more gray hair now on my way back home. They all the Holy Land to Providence. I was good when I arrived, I crossed the line and I survived, and I ain't never going back again. Then the phone breaks through tangled apron strings. Next thing I know, I'm on my way back home. This ain't the first time or the last time. Baby's gotta run, baby's got to hide. Never meant to be this way. I really gotta go, I really got to stay. But here comes a big surprise. Another sun is sinking into the ocean rise. Now it's time to say goodbye. Big blue swollen heart, now don't you cry. I'll leave you right here on the ground. I'm going back up there where it's safe and sound, but I'll bring you gifts and souvenirs. This time I come back round here on my way back home. Where's the house music?
We're the house.
Charlie, didn't you say that earlier that you wanted to carry it around?
An iPod. I
iPod.
think Dylan's gonna give you one.
Awesome.
My son, he's bought some other gadget, his iPod is obsolete.
Really? There's something overtaking the iPod?
I don't know what he's got. Yeah, it's just-
I haven't got an iPod
Yeah.
yet.
Well, I haven't either, I have a.
That's perfect, you don't need one now.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
on
No,
my
I love my iPod, I don't know when it's gonna become
Yeah, I just
obsolete.
got a new fancy phone and I can put music into it.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
I'll take
you.
care of them.
Thank you.
Real is the,
Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out.
called the
with me
robotic
when we get
guitarist.
home.